Hey, what's up guys? JayzTwoCents. I'm alone in the studio today, so I figured I would kind of double up a sort of a work vlog kind of a thing. I haven't done one of these in a while, and yeah, some stuff really needs to be done around here because about a month ago I went to Las Vegas and filmed Man vs. Build with Kyle and Fractal Josh and the team for that particular production. And my team was left behind, and I basically said, guys, since we have a whole week of non-video production, why don't you guys straighten up the studio for me? So that's why you guys see things are a little bit more organized on the shelves. Things are kind of a mess back there, but that's why you also see all the water cooling stuff's been moved over here instead of having to walk across the studio to find it. And it looks great, except for I said make a pile of stuff you think should go to storage, and basically all they did was just take every single case that was over there and stuck it over here, just sort of relocating the mess. So now I'm gonna kind of tackle this by myself. Today's video sponsor is Squarespace, and whether or not you're looking for a new website, an e-commerce site, or just a domain, you can do it at Squarespace. Now back in 2015 when I wanted to sell my custom cycling jerseys, I had no idea how to create a cart because I am not a web developer, but Squarespace made it extremely easy for me to get up and running same day via their easy to use customizable templates. Squarespace also takes the hassle out of registering new domain names or transferring via their built-in domain management. Squarespace empowers millions of websites across thousands of industries for individuals just like you and me. So get started by heading over to squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, save 10% on your first purchase by going to squarespace.com/JayzTwoCents, or just click the link down in the description below. Now you guys might end up hearing a bunch of screeching sound because they're doing construction outside out there. So they're using a buzzsaw right now, cutting wood and stuff. So it's very loud. So I apologize if you hear that. But this area over here has always been a point of contention for me because I never really knew how to utilize this space. The studio, if you can't tell, is extremely narrow. It's very long, but very narrow. So depth of recording this way, facing like this, has always been hard. I mean, if we were to kind of take the set and move it this way, this is what it would sort of look like. Now I'm pretty much standing against the wall, as you can see right here. So there's not a lot of place for me to move. So it's always been a little bit frustrating because I don't know how to utilize this space. So when we first moved in, it was a conference table with a rug and chairs, and I had this idea that vendors would be coming to see us and stuff, which happens very rarely, so that space became poorly utilized. Then Nick and I painted this big gray wall. There's that squeal I'm talking about. Then Nick and I painted this big gray wall because we're gonna turn it into a set, which worked for a little while because if you remember, I kind of had it kind of oriented like this, and then we had house plants, and we had lamps, and it looked like kind of like a home office setting. But that ended up not really working out again because we don't have a lot of room between the staircase and that space right there. And minimum focus distance and wanting that nice blurry background and stuff just wasn't happening here. So then we thought, okay, we could shoot at an angle, but then the kitchen's right there. Then we decided that we were gonna build a fake wall, and that ended up getting squashed pretty quickly. Now, as you can see, it's just turned into a catch-all. In fact, when you first walk in, this is what you're greeted with and not exactly the look and feel that I'm after. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do. And this right here, this whole area, that's the shitter right there. But this is like our intake area, stuff that's come in and waiting to be reviewed and stuff that we're behind on under the table. It just, oh man, it's never ending. I mean, first world problems, I know, but still when this is, your whole livelihood's dependent on getting stuff out in a timely manner, then as you can see, we are definitely behind. They didn't have anything under these shelves and nothing up here, which I think is a total waste of space. Now this is mostly cases and monitors, big boxes and stuff. So I'm gonna be taking, that's an empty box right there. That's the box that my workstation is in. You can actually see it right up there. The lights are on. This is another empty box. That's Phil's workstation. He's using the H500P mesh. And then we have a bunch of other cases and stuff here that we don't need to keep here. I'm probably gonna give the Panzer Max case to Nick. He really likes that case. And then we've got just a bunch of stuff, just a whole bunch of stuff. So let's see what we can do to clear up some of this space. Anyway, this is what Phil and Nick were trying to avoid. They were trying to avoid this, but we can't avoid that. We have to use this space. We can't have all this dead space here. So as long as it's stacked properly and isn't, you know, in danger of falling down, then we should be fine. We've got cases down here too. Plus these shelves are very heavy duty. They're very sturdy. They're steel, as you can see. So that's not going to be a problem. But I'm going to be getting rid of some stuff too. Like obviously like the boxes I already mentioned that we don't need. I don't need the Cougar box anymore because that's a Threadripper and that was a flat packed case. That's obviously not going to be getting flat packed again. But I'm giving away stuff too to local friends and family. A lot of people ask me all the time what I do with this stuff. I don't sell it. I do sponsor some giveaways and stuff, but cases are too expensive to ship personally. So that's why like locally I'll be giving stuff away, like the Panzer Max, this case right here. Nick fell in love with that case. I'll probably be giving that to him. The H500P, the original one, which had the terrible airflow issues, giving that away. Someone could find that, you know, cut that open or do a mod kind of like Gamers Nexus did. And then like this Enermax case right here, I'll probably be giving that one away. Don't have any need for that. And then like this old machine right here. Remember my friend's computer that I built him a new one and upgraded it as a, sort of a surprise, my veteran friend? Well, that's his original machine. Old Athlon X3, doesn't work very good. It's complete garbage. That's the one where the loop was completely clogged up. And then obviously our leaf blower still over there from when we did that video. So I might as well get a little bit of work done while I'm getting work done, get some more games to download here. This is a laptop I'm currently testing. This is the MSI GS65 Thin. Yeah, it's pretty damn thin. It's got gold accents and stuff. And then one thing I really like is the hinge goes flat. That's not something you see a lot of these days, especially in PC. So I kind of like that. But I'm gonna get some, might as well let this thing do some downloading and updates while I'm waiting. That way at least something's being done. Well, I think we're making a little bit of headway. I mean, it looks precarious, but it's not gonna tip over, I don't think, anyway. I've got these ultra wide panels down here face sideways, which is kind of taking up a lot of room down there. I think I'm gonna go look upstairs in the loft and see if there's any room up there. Yep, this area is kind of a shitstorm in and of itself. So as you can see, we've already started using the cubby there. We still have our rugs and stuff. This whole area here never gets used for like anything. We never use this. So this is definitely a very poor use of space. So I'm gonna figure out what I wanna do with this. And then here's a view from the top of the stairs. You can see we're definitely made some headway over here in this part of the studio. Really the mess just kind of stacked up there. But all this might be a moot point. Let me tell you why. The reason why I say this may end up just being a moot point entirely is because I'm really heavily considering moving my family and my business out of California. You guys saw in that video where I talked about how expensive it is for me to run this channel. A lot of that has to do with particularly the state that I'm in and the way it treats corporations here and the taxes and the payroll taxes, the income tax and all that stuff. It's just incredibly insane. So it's something that I've been considering now for a while. And I had said that after my dad died, I kind of wanted to leave and just start over. But I didn't really want to leave the state as long as my mom was still here. But at the same time, my mom is and her health has kind of sucked. I mean, she keeps falling and breaking herself. Like she just had a complete shoulder replacement, but she's living with my sister and her family. So she's obviously close to family, so wouldn't be by herself. But that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of in here and rearranging today. And I'm just sort of like trying to figure out what I want the future to be for this channel. I severely want to downsize. I want to limit the amount of outgoing expense that I have to run the business. And the percentage of my expenses, which are just taxes and fees alone, specific to this state, is a bit insane. So yeah, I don't know how much all this is gonna matter, because if I end up moving, then this is going to be a bitch to move. I don't want to do that, but I mean, I might not have a choice. So just a little bit of real inserted into this video because that I try to be that. Well, as you can see, we've definitely made some headway here, and this is where I'm gonna go ahead and stop because I've got other things I gotta do today, but I walked in today, this was bugging me. At least now we can walk by. This is pretty much a trash pile right here, except for the box on the bottom. That's an intake box. Not keeping this system. It has pretty much no value. This right here, that is just boxes, empty boxes, nothing in there. So we're gonna be taking that to storage. And then this right here is cases that have been spoken for. I'm giving these to friends. And then this over here, these items are also spoken for. That was a system giveaway. And then That's the Fractal R6 case wrapped. That giveaway winner still has to be confirmed. So, and then we'll be making the announcement on that. But the kitchen obviously needs to be tackled, and like I said, up there. So yeah, I might actually have a place to put some camera gear for once. So anyway, that's just my little bit of a work log here in the studio. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh yeah, and then I got a whole bunch of games installed on this guy over here, so we're ready to do that review. So that is all I've got for you guys today. Thanks for hanging out with me with this little bonus video on just kind of doing some work around the shop that desperately need to be done. As always, guys, subscribe if you're new around here. Look in the description for various things that might interest you. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.